In one of the world's most populous countries, there are places where wild animals roam. This is the far northeast corner of India. We've come to investigate a deadly conflict. There are nearly 6,000 elephants here and 30 million people. They're having trouble coexisting.
So elephants, by their natural behavior, migrate through these long distances, sometimes from 600 kilometers to 1,000 kilometers, from one forest area to the other.
Elephants like to use the same trails year after year. Increasingly, though, human obstacles are in the way. Villages and towns, tea plantations and rice fields. In Assam state alone, elephants killed 70 people last year. The elephant death toll was remarkably similar, up to 70, Indian officials say.
From the month of September to December, every year, every day, almost every part, not only in the east of India, but other parts of India, you have elephant and human encounters. Like this year, there have been so many deaths of humans as well as elephants.
We've based ourselves in an Ameri jungle camp in the Sonitpur district. Elephant watching is a growing business.
We've just heard on the Bush Telegraph, if you like, that there's a massive herd of elephants that's come into a tea plantation not far from here. Some people say 40, some people have told us 60 or more, so we're going to go now and see if we can find them.
Our guide, Shanu Buyan, knows how to track the roaming herds.
So as you can imagine, Assam is full of tea plantations, and while elephants don't actually eat the tea, they use the plantations as thoroughfares on their way to and from other habitats where they do munch on food. They use them to rest in the middle of the day. Shanu, what are they saying?
They are saying that the elephant herd is still here.
So we could see, it could be as many as 60 elephants, which will be an incredible sight.
हाथी इधर पे ढेर सारे हैं, सो मन होगा।
পটল মালাৰ ভিতৰত লুকাই আছে নেকি? চাব পাৰিম ন?
It takes us more than an hour of searching this plantation to find the herd. Young men and children of the plantation workers have flocked to see the animals. It's not just a spectator sport. They're teasing the elephants.
They have no any knowledge about elephant. They do it like fun.
They do it for fun, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
The standoff continues for hours. Finally, officers from the forestry department turn up. There doesn't appear to be much of a plan other than to scare the herd off. What you're about to see is disturbing. An elephant guarding her calf feels threatened and charges a forestry truck. She's shot in the face with rubber pellets. Crisis point has been reached in Assam. Tropical forest that once covered the state has been slashed. Large-scale tea and rice farming is shrinking the elephant's habitat. So too a growing population and rapid industrialisation.
Earlier, there were continuous forests from one area to the other, and the migratory path of the elephant is called the elephant corridor. And it's the same corridor they use year by year. And now all those corridors are broken, so while they're trying to walk the same path, they come across a city, they come across a road, they come across a town, but they want to go the same way.
Rita Banerjee runs the conservation group Green Hub, and she spent her life trying to ease the conflict between animals and humans. A local filmmaker trained by Green Hub shot these images of a huge herd that spent nearly a week in a single paddy field. Trying to get from one forest remnant to another, and tempted by ripe rice, the herd was trapped.
The situation with the development and with our forests going has become so tough. We don't know whose space is it anymore. Like, we don't know whether it's for the elephants or the people. We're not looking at the forest which used to be there and traditionally the corridor which the elephant used to take. So now those same areas have a road, the same area has development, and so the elephants are still walking the same path.
Back at the tea plantation, the battle to drive out the herd of mostly mothers and calves isn't over yet. As night falls, the forest rangers are still pushing them out of the crop. So this is an utterly chaotic scene. There's a huge herd of elephants that's been basically harassed all day long. The herd's already been dispersed from within the tea plantation, and now they're basically just chasing them.
এটা চেষ্টা কৰি আছো আৰু এটা জংগল আছে তো আমাৰ যেহেতু কুমকি হাতী নাই খৰচীয়া হাতী চেষ্টা কৰি আছো নিয়াৰ কাৰণে নামেৰি বনাঞ্চলত গতিকে সেইটোৱে ভাবিছো আৰু
For local farmers, it's just another frustrating night. From what we could see, the forest rangers have an impossible job. There's too few of them. They're poorly equipped and underfunded.
सरकार को बहुत अच्छा सा इनिशिएटिव लेना चाहिए जो कि ये जगह बहुत बड़ा एरिया है और इसमें जो सेंट्रल हमारा जो रेंज है वो ये सफिशिएंट नहीं है.
Due to the encounters with humans, where firecrackers are used, gunshots are used, sometimes people try and go close to the elephants, throw stones at them. Even elephants have changed their behavior, They are more aggressive than they used to be.
Assam is blessed and cursed. The land is fertile, and when the crop is good, these villages can keep poverty away. But the marauding elephants test the patience of farmers who have no other way to make a living. As the sun goes down, elephants like to move into the paddy fields. For subsistence rice farmers, dusk is the time when they have to be most alert.
पूरा सारा रात ऐसे हाथी के लिए इंतज़ार करता है। कोई दिन हाथी नहीं आने से सो जाता है, सोने से भी वो फिर 1 बजे 2 बजे वो निकलता है, वो खेत भी खा देता है, उसको निकाल के हम लोग को पता नहीं होता है नींद के लिए। डर तो लगता है, क्या करेगा, जो वो खेत खा देता है, इसलिए हम लोग का जान का पुड़िया नहीं करने से जाता है हम लोग।
The elephants are on the move tonight. Winter, when the rice is ripe and the nights are cold, is peak conflict time.
It's dark, it's cold, it's dangerous. And there's a sense of chaos as people yell at each other. Where's the herd? Where's the herd? Where are they going next?
Constant tracking of the herd is essential to keep them away from sleeping villages. The next morning, the damage in the nearby rice fields is easy to see, as you might expect from a herd of elephants. From above, it's even clearer. A neat, cultivated patchwork of pasture and paddy, now potholed by enormous feet.
So just to give you a sense of scale, that is one elephant's footprint. So you can imagine what happens when this thing comes thundering through people's fields, sometimes their homes.
We get word of a herd harassing a group of farmers just a few minutes away by a railway line. We don't quite know what we're in for.
I can hear them trumpeting, they're really close. Bloody hell.
It turns out to be one very agitated elephant.
আজি মানে এটা হাতী তাৰ মানে পোৱালি হেৰাইছে, মুঠতে তাৰ 2 দিনমান হ'লে নেকি।
Our guide Shanu tries to prod the forestry department to defuse the confrontation.
So electric fencing or ipale eta hati mane ki mane isolate hoy goise. গতিকে যদি কিবা কাৰণত টায়াৰটো অকমান খুলি দি পেলাই তাক যদি হিপাৰে যদি হিটো সাইডত যদি হেঁতৰ মেইন গ্ৰুপৰ লগত যদি লগ হ'ব দিয়া যায় তেতিয়াহলে কিবা প্ৰবলেম হ'ব নেকি বাৰু, কাৰণ হি নহলে দিগদাৰ কৰিব, একদম ফেৰোচিয়াছ হৈ গৈছে হাতীটো।
While they wait on the forestry officials, farmers use homemade weapons and rocks to discourage the elephant from coming any closer.
I'm still shaking just from the noise and the ferocity and the size of something that big coming towards you. And these guys basically stared it down with nothing but homemade spears, and they just stood their ground until it left.
They're brave and crazy both. because they have to save their paddy field and save themselves, his body also from the wild elephant, ferocious wild elephant.
Are you feeling shaken?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heart beating?
Yeah.
Mine too.
The only thing separating the farmers from the elephants that roam here is a railway line and a primitive early warning system. Day and night, men like Shayar and Bodo must defend their rice crop from hungry invaders.
হেণ্ডক যদি খেদি নিদিয়ে ভইজৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ খুব পোৱালি আছে ঘৰৰ পোৱালিৰ সংখ্যাৰ কথা আছে গতিকে আমি হেণ্ডক খেদি কিনি পথাৰ খেতি আৰামত উঠাই ঘৰত লৈ যায় যিটো খাব খাদ্য আছে হেণ্ডৰ এই খাদ্যবিলাক নোহোৱা হৈ গৈছে গতিকে এই নোহোৱাৰ কাৰণে বাহিৰত ওলাই ঘৰ বাৰী চুবুৰী আহি কিনে হেঁতে যিটো কলগছ একমুঠি ধান কাৰোবাৰ ভঁৰাল ভাঙাই কিনি কাৰোবাৰ চাউল এনেকৈ খাই ধ্বংস কৰি যায়
People here have traditionally revered elephants. In Indian culture, especially Hinduism, elephants are sacred, the living incarnation of the god Ganesh.
Like Lord Ganesh is a big symbol here. When you start something new, you always worship the Ganesh. We felt blessed that our first film was on elephants, you know. So yes, people have a lot of reverence for the elephant, but we cannot be comfortable with that idea because there are now, with the kind of suffering people are having, there is anger.
আমাৰ ভগৱানো আহিতে এণ্টক যদি পোৱালি একোপা আনে এণ্টক যদি ভোকত আছে আমাৰোতো ভোকত আছে গণেশ বাবা আছে আমাৰ ভগৱানটো গণেশ বাবা আছে কিন্তু এইটো আমাৰ কাৰণে ভগৱান নহয়
Elephants are just as susceptible to the dangers posed by the sprawling growth of towns and villages. The young filmmakers from the conservation group Green Hub documented what happened when an elephant ploughed into a power line and was electrocuted.
আমি এটা বছৰটো কেনেকৈ খাম আমাৰ প্ৰাণীকেইটা আমি কেনেকৈ জীয়াই থাকিম সেইটোতো আমি চিন্তা কৰা নাই মোৰ 5.5 বিঘা ধান এমুঠিও মই নাপালোঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে মই এমুঠিও নাপালোঁ মই সেইটো চিন্তা কৰা নাই কিন্তু তেওঁলোকক সুৰক্ষিত হওক
While there's sympathy for the animals, there's frustration too at what they see as the impotence of the Forest Department.
যদি আমি অনুৰোধ কৰিছোঁ যে তেওঁলোকক আঁতৰাই লৈ যায় তেওঁলোকে প্ৰশাসনৰ মানুহ আৰু দিয়ক বনৰক্ষী তেওঁলোকে আমাক প্ৰশাসন এটা দিয়ক নহ'লে আমি সুৰক্ষিত নহ'ম আমাৰ বন মিনিষ্টাৰ তেখেতলৈকো আমি হাতযোৰ কৰিছোঁ
Villagers worry their electricity supply won't be restored quickly, so they refuse to let the elephant go. Only after the authorities reconnect the electricity do they let the body be taken away. Electrocution is one of the main causes of death of elephants. They're also hit by speeding trains and sometimes poisoned. Even so, many more people are killed by elephants. 850 people in Assam alone in the last 10 years. We walked for several kilometres to a farm where we'd been told about a recent killing.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having
Thank
us. Namaste.
Rice farmer Boris Bawari is now head of an extended family that's been traumatised by an elephant encounter. He wants to show me the field where his father was attacked.
मेरा पिताजी उस रास्ते से इस जगह पे सो रहा था, हाथी उस रास्ते से आके यहाँ अटैक हुआ, यहाँ से खींच के उस जगह पे लेके गया मेरा पिताजी को। तब मैं चिल्लाया तो वो आवाज़ बोल के फिर मैं यहाँ से उठा के घर लेके गया।
Mr. Bawari tells me his father was alive when he found him, but he died before he could get medical help. I ask him if he feels anger towards the elephants.
हाथी पे गुस्सा आने से हम लोग तो कुछ नहीं मिलता है, लेकिन फिर भी हम लोग थोड़ा बोलता है इतना खेत था, हम लोग एक साल में खा सकता था, लेकिन इतना ही मिला अभी। इसके बारे में तो थोड़ा गुस्सा तो होगा, लेकिन खुश नहीं तो कर सकता।
After a good harvest, this whole courtyard would be full.
So this is maybe 1 month or 2 months of food?
ये तो अभी 2 महीना भी नहीं जाएगा।
Mr. Bawari says he'll have to find work as a day labourer on other people's farms to earn enough money to buy food. He thinks he'll be too scared next season to go alone into his own fields to protect his crop. Living among elephants will always be dangerous, even for those who think they understand the animals. We're on our way to link up with the forest rangers. This time, they've been tasked with driving out a small herd that's trampling through an army outpost.
বম আছে মানে লাইটার নাই
জঙ্গলটো বেশি আছে কাটাতে
Shanu, our elephant expert, heads deep into the vegetation to find them. Cameraman Gurmeet Sapal saw what happened.
I just saw a cloud of dust and one elephant charging over one man, and that man got under the feet of the elephant. We thought that this dude is dead. There is no way, anyone can come alive from that attack. And that was Shanu. He was very lucky.
Fortunately, his injuries were relatively minor.
When I came too close to the elephant, my feet slipped and then I fell in the ground. Then he come close to me and then he pushed me with his head. I was feeling in that moment his skin, his rough skin.
Shanu has some trouble explaining his near-death experience to his wife.
আপুনি কিয় আগুৱাই গৈছে হ'লেও সেয়া এটা দুটা তেনেকুৱা বন্দুক লৈ পেলাই আৰু গাৰ্ড নেকি এইবিলাক বন্দুক
যাওঁ মই আহিম অলপ পাছত কাপোৰ চাপোৰ চেঞ্জ কৰিব আহিলে
Seeing wild elephants up close is a great privilege. As a visitor, you can't help wanting them to flourish. While we've seen big herds locally, nationwide, the elephant count numbers almost 28,000 after decades of decline. Conservationists aren't giving up. Better planning, they say, can help people coexist with the elephants.
There's a big plan across India to actually revive the elephant corridors. It does not mean that you try and get everything back, but really study where the corridors were and see if the corridors can be revived.
Ever-expanding rice and tea plantations provide work and income, but they eat away at forest habitat. Now, though, some people are beginning to make room for the elephants.
Another area, elephant corridor, has been created by convincing the people to move out of that area, and they have got rehabilitated. So that area is now a free forest corridor between two big forest areas. So that's become a free path for elephants to move. And so it reduces the conflict. People are in a better position because they are in an area where they can do agriculture now. They have better houses, so it's a win-win situation.
These children will be late for school today. Their forest guard has heard there's an elephant up ahead. It's not safe. Finally, word comes through that the elephant has moved away and the bike corridor is clear again for now. The ranger only has a stick and a shotgun to protect hundreds. This generation of students will have to find some creative solutions to the daily problem of living with elephants.